Hello and welcome to the show. I am here on Forza Horizon 2 with another rally car build. My vehicle today is the Fiat 8V Supersonic, a curious little car. I'd heard of this car before it came to Forza Horizon. An interesting vehicle. The 8V confused me for quite a while. Before I went and looked it up on the internet, this has a V8 engine. However, at the time they made it, Fiat thought that Ford had copyrighted V8, so they changed it round to confuse everybody, basically. It is not a particularly powerful car from standard mind, but it was quite a successful race car. I'm curious to see how this vehicle will do, though. It is, of course, incredibly light, much like the Ferrari 500 Mondial. It's a very, very light car to begin with. Now, the rules of the series. The cars must be made four-wheel drive, which, okay, is going to add some weight, but it's still only £2,200. So it actually dropped the PI down a little bit as well, which is good for me. It means I can get lots of parts on the car. We have to have the Storm Island off-road tyres, which is going to jump the PI up a fair bit. Still in D-class, though. At the moment, we have to have the off-road gearbox for some nice sensible gear ratios, and the off-road suspension, to survive the bumps and the jumps. I think we should be okay. I'm looking at the ride height this car. I think we should manage relatively well, maybe a little bit on the low side. The main concern is being small and light. We could get chucked about over the bumps, but yeah, I think it should be okay. Now, we're definitely going to want brakes, of course. We're going to be wanting them, and we're going to be wanting handling parts. The big thing with this vehicle is going to be engine. What engine do we end up going for? How much weight can we take out? We can take out about 250 or 260 pounds. However, we are probably going to have to swap the engine if we're going to want to get it to the top of S1 class. Now, my choices of engine are the 4.5 litre V8 or the 4.5 litre V8, it seems. This looks like the engine that we're going to have to be going for. I'm pretty sure the standard engine isn't going to get us up there, so we've got to swap it for the Ferrari V8. That gives us 562 horsepower. Okay, just under 400 torque, but in a car that weighs 2,000 pounds, that is a very, very big power to weight ratio in this car. We now don't have much room for parts. I'm really glad that engine would fit in S1, though. We're going to go for the aero bits. We're going to want the handling on this vehicle now. Tyres, we haven't touched the tyre widths. We will have to come and do that. Hopefully we will get them all on in the PI. Yeah, we should do here. Rear, we can get half decent tyres. I was expecting sort of this size. Again, I was expecting to go along the lines of the Ferrari 500. I thought we could have grip issues, but no, we can get 265s on the rear. Okay, not the largest tyres, certainly. That's certainly a lot smaller than the Dodges, but that's better than I expected from the Fiat, which is good. I'm guessing they were going to have some half-decent front tyres, 245s on the front. We are over the PI, though. Now, what I am hoping is that we are a little bit into S2 now. However, we may be able to drop that out. We can't drop it out. Crap, the roll cage doesn't drop the PI that I hoped it did. Now we're a little bit stuffed. We can fit these tyres on the car. Unfortunately, we can't use them, though, because the PI gain is too great. I have to go with 225s on here. That's a bit of a bummer, but there's not much I can do about that. Okay, we are likely to have some understeer, I suspect, from the Fiat. It's not going to be the grippiest of car that I have driven. It's sort of slightly less than ideal, really. I did put them on. Oh, if I took them out, would it be better to take them out and have... Will these lose some PI? I don't think they'll lose very much, though. They won't lose the 2 PI that I need. I think it's probably better to keep them in. The roll cage ups the PI in this car. I'm probably going to want to have it, in all honesty, in here. Yeah, sure, it was a race car, but it's a 1952 race car, not built for rallying. I think we're going to need it. This is an interesting build, a bit compromised with the engine selection for this. we could have some issues. Can I sneak in any more? I'll get the diff. I can get the diff on without upping the PI any. The engine's just too powerful, basically. I'm guessing I can't sneak these on. It's worth it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can save a little bit more weight with a clutch. Right. We are... Interesting. The handling is a real concern to me at the moment. We are very powerful, mind. 562 horsepower in a car this small and this light is interesting. We could be very quick if I can keep it together. If we can have grip, then the Fiat could be a very, very fast car. I'm hoping that with these tyres, though, we shouldn't have oversteer. It'll be understeer that is the problem with the car, I would expect. Very light, we could be bounced around, but it should be pretty damn fast accelerating. There is, of course, only one way to test it out, though, and that is to go to the Forest Brawl circuit, where I will have 5 laps to go as quickly as possible. Our current leader, the R34 Skyline, has a time of 57.6. I don't think the Fiat is going to be up there challenging the Skyline. In all honesty, I'm not really sure how this car will do. I mean, perhaps its biggest rival would be the Ferrari 500. But I think with some more sizable, the much more sizable tyres on this car, and a lot more power in this, I think this could be quicker. We could well see this into the 1 minute. I'm just praying we don't have a mile of understeer. If we don't have a mile of understeer, this could be pretty quick. How does the Fiat do in turn 1? There's quite a lot of lean in the suspension. That deals with the turn pretty well. That's quite promising. Although I was expecting understeer, we actually are getting a little bit of oversteer. Ooh, it is good though. I'm impressed with the little Fiat. That's really quite impressive around there. Okay, now how do we handle? Oh, there goes the back end. Back end's wanting to step out on me quite massively. We can't quite be flat out through there. We just do not have the grip in this car. Don't quite have the balance that I like. How fast are we through here? I definitely don't have the confidence in this that I had in the Dodge. There. It just started to get a bit of oversteer. I tried to correct it, and that was it. That was a Fiat done for. Straight off towards the wall. Got to be very careful with this car. I'm going to imagine it is going to be rather quick in a straight line once we clear this jump. Can we get past the 140 mile an hour mark that we've been set by various vehicles? It looks like we may just, it touched 140. Such a light car, so much power. We're always likely to be fast down that start-finish straight. It's trying to carry the speed through here. It's a little bit risky. I'm never quite sure what the back end is going to do. I mean, it's fairly predictable on the handling, I'll be honest. There can be a little bit of understeer on turn-in, and then quite a lot of oversteer when we try and put any power down. It's not perhaps the quickest through the turns because of it. Oh, that's... we've gone for a tumble! Fiat down! That's a new way to roll. That I think I had a Subaru Brat that bounced itself to a front flip at one point. I've not had a car rolled there. It kind of twisted. It was twisted going through the air, landed on its side, and that was it for the V8 Fiat. It was just over. There's not that much grip through the final turn. I'll have to take that one a little bit differently. We've got to get it quickly out of that corner. Okay, first couple of laps have not really gone that well to plan. Pretty nicely over that main jump though. We're going to have to look out for rolling. Straight line speed is good as we fly up towards turn 1 again at about 139, 140 miles an hour. Trying to put that power down, it's just wiggling. It just wiggles around. To be honest, I preferred the balance of the Ferrari 500. I preferred that massive amount of understeer. It was a little bit more manageable for me in this car that I'm never quite sure when the back end's going to want to step out on me. Right, land the jump very badly over there. Not as bad as the Dodge though. This deals with the bumps, well, aside from the rolling moment, it deals with the bumps better than the huge Daytona did, which is perhaps a little bit surprising considering how light this car is. I don't have the grip for that second to last corner though. I've really got to slow it down, kind of straighten it up on the way out if I'm going to get any speed from the Fiat. It's better this lap though, much better lap this time around. Come on Fiat, take this jump nicely. A little bit of heavy impact on the landing. It's just got so much acceleration hitting the jump. It is a 59.3 from the Fiat. That's impressive from this crazy contraption. Yeah, considering I can't even get the maximum tyre widths on the front and keep it in S1, that's quick. The Fiat is flying around here. Can we get any more speed out of it? It really dislikes that transition through there. We're seeing some cars go very, very quickly around there. The Fiat is just a no. It's not going to do it. That time we were hitting the bumps a little bit awkwardly. Can we get any more speed through the second to last corner? I mean, I'm unsurprised that this car struggles. Let's face it, you saw the tyres on the Daytona and the cars that have gone quickly through there. That was better that time through there, about 103, which is not too shabby at all for cars. It's probably better straightening it up for the run out of that final turn. I don't think this is going to be a quicker lap as we soar through the air yet again. This is not too bad actually. I thought we could have more issues with this Fiat. Yeah, it's fairly respectable as we get it stopped into turn 1. It has far less issues with the bumps and so on than the Dodge, which is, yeah, it surprises me. It deals with the bumps very, very well for such a small, light car. And of course, you can get caught out by them, but still, I've chucked it in there too fast. We're out very wide through there. There is just a lack of grip from this car, and now we're going to get caught out on the landing. Yeah, the Fiat isn't going to go quicker than a 59.3. Yeah, there are a couple of places where I just do not have the grip in the car through that second to last corner. You see, if I try and take it any faster, we end up out wide and slowed down through there. Yeah, sort of 102, 103. It's about as good as the little Fiat is going to do. Still, though, I'm quite impressed with the Fiat around here. It's not. Yeah, it's quicker. It's quicker than I thought. It's over a second quicker than the Ferrari 500, or a second and a half quicker than the Ferrari 500. It puts the Fiat Supersonic into... It beats the Cayman. It goes into 8th place on our leaderboard, only a fraction behind the Plymouth GTX, not that far off the Countach and the Ferrari F40. That's a quick time from this little Fiat, considering the kind of bodged way you end up having to build it to S1 with the engines and the front tyres are rather limited, sort of tyre size wise. The Fiat is a pretty good car. Deals with the bumps very, very well. They do have to be careful. There is just a lack of grip, a bit of sliding around at places. Definitely doesn't like the transition down through turn 2 and 3. You can't attack that anywhere near the same way that I could with the Daytona and many other of the very, very fast cars, because there just isn't the grip in this Fiat. But yeah, 59.3 is a very, very respectable time. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.